Hi, I'm Clay Griggs, and I'm going to give you a review of the ethnography, The Land of Open Graves, Living and Dying on the Migrant Trail by Jason de Leon. Uh, it's a it's an ethnography based on the immigrants passing from Central and South America, from the Mexican border through the Sonoma Desert into the United States to get jobs and work. Um, De Leon uses participant observation by totally immersing himself in the groups, a group specifically that he originates in a small town on the southern border of the Mexican-U.S. border, and gets to know some of the immigrants that are ready to pass through, and actually goes on through the Sonoma Desert with them and finishes up by writing about it. So he opens up his book with a very detailed, fictionalized story of 5 immigrants, and that's pretty much where the book picks up. He also touches on topics as far as how the United States government is drastically involved in it through the process of prevention through deterrent, which he titles PTD, which is one of his main focuses of the book. He uses not imagery, but he names the Sonoma Desert itself as a non-human agent that the United States Border Patrol uses to break down the immigrants as they pass through. So the things that he focuses on in his ethnography seems to be the violence put upon the immigrants as they're passing from the desert itself as a non-human agent to the Border Patrol, U.S. Border Patrol agents, and the guides that they hire, or what they call the coyotes, that they hire the immigrants to take them from Mexico into the United States, and how he focuses a lot on how they're treated and things like that, the violence that they endure. The book, it's very descriptive. He uses a lot of he uses qualitative analysis and points through systematic approach of an experiment he does with pigs, and it's a very questionable experience he does. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't think it was necessary, but he takes 5 pigs, he shoots them, dresses them in human clothing, and puts them out in the desert and documents their decay and how they're scavenged upon and stuff like that to represent what a human would go through. He does this because it his idea behind it is that it helps humanize the lost remains that are found, or that aren't found because they're lost, but like pieces of human remains that are found on the United States side, and they're considered crime scenes, and they're very insignificant politically as far as the government's concerned. And so he uses the pigs as a reference to see what these bodies have gone through, so that they can go back later forensically and try to see where the body pieces may be. Like I said earlier, the main focus of this is the violence upon the immigrants throughout their journey from their guides, or the coyotes, the provisioners, where they're overpriced before they even begin their journey. There's drug runners that are usually involved and will happen upon the groups as they're passing through, and they'll steal all their stuff, including their clothing at times. The Sonoma Desert itself as a non-human agent, the U.S. border agents, and the U.S. government itself. He focuses on the low life status or low political significance of the immigrant's life, and he places most of the blame on the technique PTD, or prevention through deterrence, from the U.S. government standpoint. The one thing that I would have liked to see him talk about more, or even question more, was would be the Mexican government involvement and how they could help prevent the violence upon these immigrants as they're passing through. We didn't see very much of that, or I didn't see very much of that at all in the book. So that's my summarization of my paper, and I hope this turns out to be decent. Thank you.